My name is Sanidhya Agrawal and my roll number is 2510999116. Today I am presenting the source code for my final project, the student dashboard system. This is a graphical application built using C++ and Splashkit. I have organized my code into two files for modularity. Right now we are looking at the header file d4code.h. Here I have defined the configuration constants like max subjects, max students. I also defined a professional color Latte using color underscore white for the background and color navy for the bars, ensuring a clean, light theme. The struct student is the backbone of my database. It stores the roll number, name, marks, array, average, and grade. At the bottom, I have declared all the functions that I will be implementing in the main file. Now, this is my main code file. I have included the standard libraries like fstream for file handling and my own header file also. I have my helper functions clean underscore int. This is robust logic to handle data and corruption. When reading CSV files, invisible characters can crash the program. This function filters the string and extracts only the digits. Now the to underscore is upper underscore str. This converts names to uppercase, which is essential for case insensitive searching, which will make like if I have written Rohan, R capital OHAN small and ROHAN full capital. There will be no difference in both of them. They will all be considered same. Now computer underscore grade. This calculates the letter grade based on the average percentage of the students. Next is my UI components. Splashkit doesn't have a native bold function. So I wrote draw underscore bold underscore text on my own. It works by drawing the same text three times with a 1 pixel offset. This creates a shadow effect that makes the text look thick and bold. Now the draw underscore instruction underscore bar creates a navy blue strip at the top with yellow text to guide the user. And the draw header info displays my name and roll number at the top of the right of the screen. Now input handling, input underscore string. Since this is a graphical interface, I cannot use standard CIN. So I built input underscore string. This function runs a loop that listens for keyboard input. It captures letters A to Z. It handles backspace to delete characters. It updates the screen in real time. It returns the string only when the user press enter. I have a similar function below it, input digits, which restricts the user to typing numbers only. Now the load underscore data. This is the file handling section, which is a key feature for the distinction grade. Load underscore data reads the CSV file using if stream. It first reads the header line to determine how many subjects are in the file. Then it loops through the file line by line. It uses string stream to split the line by commas to extract the roll number, name, and marks. Now save underscore data. This is the save underscore data. This does the opposite of offstream. It opens the file and writes the current state of the array into it. First, it writes the subject count, then it loops through the students array and saves every detail in a comma separated format. This ensures that we can export our data to Excel and never lose our work, and it will be saved also. Now, this is the wide display report card part. Here is the report card generator. This function doesn't just show text, it draws a virtual paper sheet on the screen using fill underscore rectangle. It displays the students' details and marks in a formatted layout. The important logic here is save feature. If the user presses the S key, the code uses offstream to create a text file on the computer. This demonstrates that the program can generate external reports. Now the setup subjects. Moving to the core features. Setup subjects allows the user to define subjects name dynamically, and the add student program function takes input for roll number and name. Crucially, as soon as the marks are entered, it calls computer underscore grade to calculate the average immediately before saving. Now edit and remove students. For viewing data, I have list underscore students, which displays all records with scrolling functionally. It asks, this is the range list. This is the range list. It asks for a start and number. Example, if the user wants to get details of the student's roll number from 10 to 20, then we will use this. It asks for a start and end number. It uses a for loop to display only the students within that specific range index. Now, this is list at risk students. This function is designed to help teachers identify weak students. It loops through the entire database and checks if a student's grade is F. If the condition is met, it prints that student's details in red color. It also counts and displays the total number of failing students. This is the edit underscore student. This allows us to modify records. It first searches for the students. If found, it lets the user overwrite the marks. Notice that I recalculate the average and grade at the end to keep the data accurate. Now this is wide remove student function. This allows users handles deletion using an array shifting algorithm. When a student is deleted at index I, it runs a loop that shifts every subsequent student one step backward. Students of I is equal to student of I plus 1. This ensures that no empty gaps in the database. This is the search underscore student. This allows finding a specific record. It uses the to upper str helper to ensure the search in case is case insensitive. If a match is found, it calls the display report card function we saw earlier to show the full details. Now, this is the average graph of the class. This function performs an analysis. It counts the frequency of each grade A, B, C, then it uses fill underscore rectangle to draw a histogram. The height of the bars is mathematically scaled so that they fit perfectly on the screen. This will give a bar graph and it will give in a very proper way so that the user also gets overview of the students who are failing and who got A plus, A, B, etc. grades. Now, the menu section act as a controller. It uses a draw underscore instructions underscore bar and the draw bold text to render the impersonal UI. It maps the user's key presses number keys R, F, S, and L to the respective functions. In main function, we simply initialize the window and keep the manual loop running. Now, this is my task about file handling, importing a CSV file and make changes in it, and also add new students' names, marks, roll numbers to it, and then save it to the data set and in the computer set file. And if the user doesn't want to import an extra CSV file to the data to the code, then he can manually add the name of students, their roll numbers, marks, and different subjects on his own without importing any CSV file. Here, I have used different things like structs for storing the names, roll numbers of the array marks of the students, and arrays. The project successfully demonstrates file handling, data structures, algorithms like searching the names of the students, filtering it, shifting from one place to another, and the professional graphical user interface.